I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. FBI personnel were back in the city of Newburgh early this morning, leading a raid that targeted high-ranking members of the city's Latin Kings and Queen Nation street gangs. At around 6 a.m., FBI agents, along with members of local police agencies, began rounding up suspects connected with gangs and gang violence. Homes were hit in the city's troubled East End, including locations on Bankard Avenue and Bayview Terrace. As of late this morning, 9 suspected gang members had been arrested, with charges ranging from racketeering to murder. Some of the arrests were said to involve suspects connected to 3 local homicides. The morning raid was a follow-up to a major FBI drug and crime sweep in Newburgh last May. More information on the charges and the suspects were due to be released during an afternoon news conference at the U.S. Attorney's Office in White Plains. Keep clicking back here at Record Online for the very latest information. A rescue call became a 7-hour-long ordeal on the north slope of Storm King Mountain near Cornwall yesterday. It began at around 3:30 in the afternoon when 2 hikers identified as brothers from Connecticut wandered off a trail and got trapped on a steep ledge. Those aboard a state police helicopter were able to spot the men. One of them had fallen about 30 feet. A rope rescue operation began and was conducted by members of the West Point Technical Rescue Team with help from local fire department volunteers. Cornwall Fire Chief Patrick Pine says a lot of things were working against the rescuers, including snow 3 feet deep, slippery slopes, and the bitter cold.
This was a very difficult operation due to the terrain, the location of the people, the remote location, and the weather conditions. There's approximately 3 feet of snow with some significant ice flows which were encountered by the rescue teams both at the summit and the operations from 218. Rope rescue systems had to be set up to bypass large ice flows that had blocked off the normal hiking trails.
The rescue successfully wrapped up at around 10 last night. The 22-year-old hiker who'd fallen suffered hip and shoulder injuries. His brother was not injured, although both men were being checked out for hypothermia. Could this be the future site of the Goshen Library? Members of the Goshen Public Library Board are looking at property located at the Healy Brothers Auto Dealership on Greenwich Avenue as a possible place to relocate its current overcrowded Main Street library. The proposal is expected to generate controversy because it would take the property off the tax rolls, and some had hoped it would ultimately become the location of a long-sought grocery store. Reporter John Sullivan will have more in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. Elsewhere, a Milford, Pennsylvania man could face up to 10 years in prison and a $500,000 fine if he's convicted of 2 separate break-ins in the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area. 27-year-old Matthew Trent Acosta was arrested for break-ins last June at the Cliff Park Inn and the inn's golf course facility. Jewelry and maintenance items were stolen in those burglaries. An area magician may have problems making this incident disappear. Anthony Constantino of Wurtsboro Hills, who performs at children's parties and community events as Nietzsche the Magician, has been charged with selling marijuana outside a business in the village of Wurtsboro. Sullivan County Sheriff's deputies say Constantino was spotted selling pot in a store parking lot. He was arrested as part of the department's response to community complaints about drug dealing in Wurtsboro. And congratulations to Lisa Remmer of the town of Newburgh. Lisa was selected the winner of the 2010 recordonline.com Photo of the Year contest. Lisa won the $250 prize for her picture of a young girl playing in New York City's Central Park. Well, good news on the local weather front. There are no storms on the horizon. Tomorrow will be partly sunny with temperatures getting up around 30 degrees, and more the same on Saturday when the highs will reach the mid-30s under a partly sunny sky. Record Online is where you will find all the breaking news and get caught up on all the day's happenings by picking up a copy of tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.